If you are seeing this tarot reading, this is what's coming towards you in the next 48 hours. You have the Eight of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Empress, and the Ten of Wands. Guidance for you, Knight of Cups, the Emperor, and the Eight of Wands. Someone wants to talk. I feel that it can be the Emperor, so your person of interest. I feel that you resonate more with the Empress. You know what you want. You know how to recognize if a connection is truly working or not, and things have not been working between you and your person of interest lately. The Knight of Cups can become the opportunity to manifest the Cranberries' song Promises. She's going to leave him over, she's going to take her love away. You can also be a man, of course. We are just talking about energies. We come back to the Eight of Cups, metaphorically speaking, leaving behind a situation that is not fulfilling anymore. Moon in the background, misunderstandings between the two of you. It's like you have not been on the same page, and it's been a while. It's been a while that you have not been on the same page. Six of Wands, a desire to move on. I feel that you can get that opportunity. Eight of Pentacles, your person, the Emperor, can try to say that there is still room for improvement when it comes to your connection. We can still work things out. There can be a resistance. Seven of Wands, I feel that this is your resistance. Why? Because you have had enough. Ten of Wands. And there is no way to sugarcoat the concept. The Empress has had enough. Even of the Emperor. Because the Emperor sometimes can fall for the mentality, the mindset, my way or the highway. And this is never a good strategy, if you ask me, when it comes to connections with other people. So it's like some of you have been thinking about the opportunity to move on for a meaningful amount of time, and now there can be a final showdown that can surprise the Emperor. I feel that your person is going to ask for a couple of conversations. We need to talk. I need to tell you something important. But the Empress maybe is not interested anymore. Let's pull some tea leaves. Let's see what factors can play a role in a situation like this one. We have the Apple. Temptation will test you. The temptation can metaphorically be linked to the words of the Emperor. The Emperor can try to hold on to you for dear life, but it seems that you do not want to continue this connection. You want to move on. You want to drop the burdens. Then we got the Inkpot. Problems to be resolved. Your person can say that if you work together, you can still fix the situation. I feel that instead, for you, the situation is beyond repair. There is no willingness. That's why the Seven of Wands can be a resistance. You shall not pass. By the way, the figure is almost resisting all the wands that we see in the card and that we can associate to the Eight of Wands as well. Then we got the Broken Ring, which is on point, even better than my English. Parting of the ways in either romance or business. This is a love reading, so I feel that a connection can find a closing point. The Emperor doesn't want that. The Emperor doesn't like that. The Empress, instead, can be of a completely different opinion. Then we got the Bear. Danger, especially in money matters. Interesting oracle card. I feel that money can be a factor if we think about the opportunity for a person to end a connection and move on. It's like it would be wise for you to save up some money in order to facilitate your progression once this connection is over, your person can try to be kinda strong with their consideration about why the two of you should stick together. I feel that the Emperor is not going to succeed. Then we got a needle and a thread. A sincere wish will be granted. The wish can be the one of the Empress to move on. That wish will be granted. The wish of the Emperor to stick together is not. And then I want to say that it can be necessary to handle the situation with a great deal of attention, because the situation can sting. The Emperor doesn't like to lose. And I feel that the Emperor is not going to bow down easily. Let's find out more about a couple of energies. The Emperor doesn't want this connection to end. The Emperor will try to fight, but the odds are not in his favor. What about the Eight of Cups? The opportunity to leave behind an unfulfilling situation. Page of Swords, gathering knowledge and information. A quick way and a simple way as well to handle a conversation. I feel that you do not want to get involved in the conversation too much, because you know your person, you know the Emperor, and you know that the Emperor can try to push. It's like your person can try to convince you. They have a way. You know it, and so you want to keep the interaction as simple as possible. I get that. What about the Six of Wands? The Empress, look, my goodness, recurrent energy. There is no way to sugarcoat the concept. It's the energy of the Empress that truly wants to move on. The Empress wants to move on. The Empress doesn't see any more victory in this connection. The battlefield must be left behind. And the Emperor is going to feel that. It's gonna hurt his ego. But this doesn't change the fact that the Empress can move on. What about the Seven of Wands? The Fool. Interesting energy. You can stand up for yourself in order to grant in your own favor the opportunity to manifest a new beginning. By the way, the figure in red in the Eight of Cups for me can be the Fool. That being said, the Emperor is going to play the role of the obstacle, because the Emperor doesn't want to see the Empress go away. I feel that this is not possible. The Empress is going away. And if the Emperor asks for another chance, that offer, let's say, that proposal is going to be declined. What about the Empress first, but then even the Ten of Wands? Knight of Swords, a couple of fights that can be just around the corner because of the Emperor. So if there is an advice for you, you have to avoid to fall for the triggers that the Emperor can try to ignite. Otherwise, there can truly be the risk to argue quite a lot. Page of Swords, super important. Keep the interaction simple. Measure your words. Go straight to the point. Don't get involved in a vortex of words, because it can be trickier, to handle the situation. Ten of Wands, Queen of Cups. The feelings, the emotions, the love that was there between you and your person in the early stages of the connection is not here anymore. The reasons can be different. Sometimes it happens. The Ten of Wands is the last mile of a challenging cycle. At some point, you will get the privilege to drop the burdens of a connection that is not anymore the one that you want. You will get the opportunity to move on. But the Emperor will try to fight for this connection to survive. Let's find out more about the Emperor. Six of Pentacles. It should be a right and fair exchange, kinda by following the example of the Justice. But for me, the energy can ignite a one-man up, one-man down dynamic in which one person, consciously or not, can try or can just take advantage of another individual. And this is not acceptable because maybe just saying you did more than your person to make things work in this connection. And then you got tired of that. You got tired of the mindset of your person. And you do not want to continue investing your energies in a situation that is not able to be manifested kinda according to the potential that you saw in the beginning, but also the potential that was not honored because of the actions of your person. It is what it is. This can be the topic of the conversation, but you will have to be straight to the point. Don't waste any word. Look, my goodness, the Justice showing up, bottom of the smaller deck. I love the confirmation because this is the energy that we need, not only a right and fair exchange and a right and fair decision, but also a matter of truth, honesty, integrity, balance, respect. Things that maybe have not been honored in this connection in the recent past. And that's why there can be the opportunity to put a closing point on it. I want to repeat myself, the Emperor is not going to like that, but the Empress has the right, the power, and the courage to manifest a change that is going to be for the better. For you, 100%. Alright, my friend, this is what I have for you. Until next time, I wish you well. Bye.